No intro sequence. We're just gonna dive right in. Because I ain't got time. I ain't got time to sit around and wait. We gotta push through this thing. We got a lot of stuff we gotta get done. So. All right. Woo. Let's go ahead and keep making some stuff. So we made some good progress on a lot of things here. So we've got all of these icons. Doing great. Feeling good. I'm liking it so far. Oh, we need to fix the toolbar down here. Also, this is broken too. Aether shield, activate. There we go. Grab all this. Agent technology. Hello, hello. How you doing today? Good to see ya. I haven't even turned on music. That's how rushed we are right now. My goodness. Play. There we go. Good to see ya, Agent. You've done so much. We've been making some progress. That's the thing. Art always makes it feel like you're moving really fast, you know? Even though it's like comparatively a small amount of work to getting all the systems working, it feels like all of a sudden things are a lot faster and you're making a lot of progress. I missed a single day. Yeah, no, it's looking good. We're making progress here. We're going to... I need to fix the shield. I think I need to rename this to Magic Shield. Let's see if that will do it for us. No, it doesn't. Darn it. Darn it. All right, so where are we making that countdown happen? It's in the process. And right here, we're checking our name against the Pascal case. Active item. Player.haste. Okay. Oh, that's right, because they do the fade in. That was a very abrupt fade in. Okay. Active item is Magic Shield, and we are testing it against well, we're not even testing it against anything. We're just grabbing this, right? So this is weird. Why is it working over our head? It is working over our head, right? 5. Yeah, Magic Shield is working, but it's not working down here. Weird. Weird. Oops. Huh. Timer current. I mean, the timer is going down. The timer is working. It's just not being updated in the toolbar. For I in toolbar icons. If I.name to Pascal case, which is going to be this, unless we need to change the name here. Man, changing names, I'm telling you, you never want to change names in Godot. It is just not going to be your friend. Okay, we need to change the resource as well. Patrick, hello, welcome in. Hey, Patrick, you're here. Should we do Indigo Park? Should we check out Indigo Park together? Yeah, it's still not working. It's so weird. So weird. Indigo Park. I promised we would get to Indigo Park right after the break. And since you're here, sounds like a good time to me. All right. Agent Technology, yeah, are you an Indigo Park fan? All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and stop the music. Load up Indigo Park. Come on. You gonna work? Come on, Steam. Huh. Indigo Park. Oh, it's stuck at launching. Oh, it's needing to download some more stuff. All right, well, while it's downloading some extra stuff, let's keep working on this. MagicShield.trez now exists. Okay. What do you mean it doesn't exist? What are you talking about? It's right here. Yeah. What are you talking about? Okay. Weird. It was just Godot being weird. Okay. So... Oh my God. Sorry, 1 second. Hey, bud. What's going on? I know you're super tired, but I don't want to wrap you up in a blanket because it's too hot. Okay. For item in item array, an item array is all this stuff. It's the resources. I don't think Magic Shield... Yeah, Magic Shield doesn't have any scripts associated with it. Hey, Rubik's, good to see you. I was lost without this. Don't leave me again. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, I appreciate that. No, we're doing very well. Sorry, Quantic Flux just sent me...
Move it a bit, and then whenever I talk, the
oh my goodness, that's so cool. He made like a cool...
Let me know what you think.
VTuber of himself as an astronaut with the little Quantic Flux logo, and it... Man. That's really cool. Good job, Quantic Flux. My goodness, that guy is killing it. Have you seen The Sixth Sense? I haven't seen The Sixth Sense, but I know all about it. Parasol Mushroom Studios, hello, good to see you over on YouTube. How are you today? My goodness, I'm being beset on all sides. Hold on, hey. Baby boy, we good? Are you just wanting to, like, make your presence known? Nah, you want to be held. Okay. Come here. Oh, come here. All right. Here we are. How's Indigo Park doing? We are nearly done with Indigo Park downloading. You're doing well? Very good. How am I? I'm doing very well. We are making a ton of progress on our Game Jam submission. We've been getting art in for these different icons, which is helping the game just read so much better. It's really great. Yeah, I know, buddy. So, we're making good progress. We got a couple of bugs we got to iron out, but then after we iron out the bugs, then we can make the backdrops for the levels and have that built, and then we can start making the animations of kind of tweening animations to move the, you know, make it very clear when things are attacking. Okay, sorry, give me 1 second, I'm so sorry. Hey. All right, we're back. We're back. Proso, welcome back. Good to see you. Did my first game jam a month ago. It was hard. It is hard. Game jams are wild events. I hear you, Parasol. This is my maybe 5th one that I've done. 4th, 5th? Something like that. And I, before this year, had done 0. So I hear ya. Okay. Woo! How are you here? We're doing very well, thanks. We're making all sorts of progress on the game, which is lovely. Check it out. Look at all this cool art that we're getting plugged in here. It's bad art, but it's there, and it makes the game so much more readable. It's fantastic. Oh, and you know what? If I can, I need to figure out how to maybe I can wrap, this can be a stretch goal. I can wrap up each different section of items into different H boxes to make them more grouped together. So there's a little bit of space between these ones, and then these ones and these ones. So like the physical, the magical, and the miscellaneous all feel more different. That would be good. Still gotta fix that darn shield. And we need to add in the numbers on top of each one, but that should take like 2 seconds, so. Battle Kiwi, yes, absolutely, yeah. That's not terrible. It's not great by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not awful. Oh dear, and then this fight is broken too. I gotta fix that. Anyways, hey, I promised Patrick we would get to Indigo Park after the break. So we're gonna go jump into Indigo Park, and that's supposedly like 1 to 2 hours. We're gonna make that happen. It's cool, dude. Thanks, Broso. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's fun trying to build something different and new, So it's fun. It's fun. We're gonna dive into Indigo Park now. Get rid of that, actually. And that. We don't need either of those. I guess we can put that back on. Yeah. And then our game here is going to be Indigo Park. So this is something that we do regularly on the channel. For those of you who are new, is we do game design analysis. So I'm a product designer of over a decade's experience. And one of our channel point redeems is for analyzing games, because we love to do game analysis here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this resolution to be something that OBS can actually capture appropriately. There we go. Okay, we're going to turn the volume down, because that's pretty loud. More than I will manage. I don't know about that, Dragon Spirit. And you're in a game jam right now as well, right? And it's not the Learn You a Game Jam. It's a different game jam, right, Dragon Spirit? So this is Indigo Park. I'm really interested in this. I had no idea it existed until this morning when Patrick redeemed it. It has 14,500 reviews. 6,000 of those are recent. It is overwhelmingly positive. It's made by Unique Geese, and this is the first thing they have ever built. So for those of us who are just building something for the first time, this is an interesting thing to observe, right? The first chapter is completely free. And it has clearly hit something in the populace. I don't know who or what. It seems like a sort of a... It's hitting a lot of the same notes, the 5 notes that Freddy does. Because the idea is you're going into an amusement park, and then there's this raccoon mascot, but things are not quite as they seem, right? So I'm really curious to dive into this and see what are they doing to create what they have. And I see we have a YouTube link down here. I'm curious. If we click on that, they have 331,000 subscribers on this. Unique geese. Dude, what the heck? My name is Mason, or Unique Geese. I am a variety streamer on Twitch, but I mostly focus on indie and Nintendo games. I'm also a freelance graphic designer. I've had a love of gaming and content creation all of my life and plan to keep bringing that love into my content here on YouTube. Doesn't even mention game dev. Doesn't mention it in the slightest. This dude. What is going on? So he looks like a pretty successful YouTuber. 330,000 subscribers is no joke. That is a rough number to hit. He's got a lot of videos that are getting over 500,000 views. He knows what he's doing. I can say that much. And now he has made... theoretically has either made or white labeled this game. I don't know if he's necessarily doing the development or not, to be fair. It's just his name is on it. But we're going to dive in. We're going to check this out. This game is really great. Oh, you were in both Learn You a Game Jam and Imagine. Oh, that's right. You were doing both. That's right. That's right. Okay, yeah. Time has proven an issue yet again. Yeah, time is rough. I hear you. Do you think you're going to be able to submit? Yeah, Mushroom. It is impressive. By the way, for those of you who may be confused, we're not seeing all the chats. We are streaming on both Twitch and YouTube right now. So, clearly, this gentleman has done something right. Even if he is white labeling it, even if he's like hiring freelancers to come in or hiring a studio to come in and build this game, he is at the very least providing some sort of direction, right? No YouTuber is going to say, I'm going to hire a game dev studio to build a game under my name and then not tell them what to build, right? That's just not the way it's going to happen. So there's definitely, at the very least, that to look at here. So let's look at our title sequence. Theoretically, overseen by this professional graphic designer. Oh, man. Okay, so first off, typographic logo. We've got options here, right? Pretty standard, but it's all very clean. The typography is nice. We have really clear signifiers on the different options. There is no doubt as to what you are hovering over right now, right? You know exactly what is with both that slide out. And note that it's not just a jump. They took that time to animate that and have it slide out. Feels very good. The purple gradient fading to transparency is toggling on and off. And it feels great. Feels really good. Nice subtle sound effect. Pitch modulation on the hover sound effect. Good. Yeah, very well done. Very well put together. And then, of course, we have over here this little piece, right? This guy is one of the first things your eyes goes to because it's moving. It's one of the only moving things on the screen. And it's very disconcerting. You know immediately what you're getting into. We have this light at the end of the tunnel with all this detritus all over the place, creating this spooky feel. Is this light flickering on and off every now and again? Like, really occasionally? Could have sworn I saw that. So, they do some clever things compositionally here as well. You can tell this guy is a graphic designer. We have these beams coming across the top. They didn't have to build these in. They didn't have to make those. They put those in because they're artistic. We have the repeated shapes, creating these repeated square shapes, drawing the eye in until we hit this part, right? With the moving, twitching guy. Moving in, creating this feeling. And I bet each of these layers, like this square and outside of it is a layer. And then this square is a layer, and then this square is a layer because it's telescoping. Are you noticing that? It's not just zooming into artwork and zooming out. These are actually moving further away from the camera at different speeds. So it's creating this telescoping effect. Doubt it, man. Daughter got sick as well. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, Dragon Spirit. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. I'm so sorry. My webcam, if I turn it off, you see we got our social links down here, nice and subtly placed. Trump fan forever 2024. Welcome in. Excited to talk some game design with you. We're taking a look at Indigo Park right now. So that's a good example of how to get your socials included in your game. It doesn't call attention to itself. It's very nice. Let's go ahead and dive in. Let's see what this is all about. Defaults us to new game. They could have, if there was no continue, in my opinion, you just start them in the new game. Don't present the screen until there is a save file. You're already detecting that. That's why continue is disabled. So just skip the screen. Once again, if you can tell there is already no save data, don't even show the screen. There's no point in me selecting anything other than yes. Okay. Cool little loading animation. I like it.
For all who journey to this newfound paradise, we welcome you. Indigo Park offers a slice of the American dream to call your own. In this place, gone are brought back to life as a new generation captures a glimpse of the exciting potential of tomorrow. Indigo Park pays homage to the values, dreams, and unwavering truths that gave rise to our great nation. Here you embark on the journey of a lifetime, a place of creativity.
Very Five Nights at Freddy's right now.
Where your dreams
But with like a Walt Disney sort of theme. Mom's favorite, Molly McCaws. A Twitch chat up. Doing another search this weekend. Okay. Body cam footage. Also, if you notice in the upper right, there was a little metadata thing for the camera. That was a cute little piece. This is an interesting intro. They're spending a lot of time developing a scene. Trace with road cam capture up there, you see that? So they're spending a lot of time trying to bring the player in, which is pretty different because most games nowadays, they try and bring you right into the gameplay. And any sort of cinematic is getting pushed out further and further and further. And if you don't believe me, look at Hades 2. They don't start you off in conversations there. They start you off at the very beginning of a run. In media res is what it's called. In media res. And that is in the middle of the action, right? Okay. So we've got a flashlight, a little janky on the movement, but that's okay. We've got head bobbing. That's great. Do we have accessibility options to turn that off? I'm curious. General? Gameplay, language, subtitles, audio, video. No way to turn off the head bobbing and the screen shake. That's interesting. Cute little graphic design on the banners here. And this looks like a level that was just kind of thrown together. Like, this could have just been made in Unity in a couple of minutes, to be frank, using... I'm not saying that they are asset stores or even that they look like them, but this is something that most people could do by getting an asset pack and then just being somewhat decent at level design. Having all these little scatter terrain pieces to make things feel alive. So the story that we're being told here, right? We come in here, we see the caution tape. This is a dangerous area. We're not supposed to be here. There's chunks of concrete all over the place. Garbage cans are askew. There's dirt coming on top of the tiles. All of this is communicating to the player. This is an old, abandoned park, and they have had to say none of that. But we instantly know this is dangerous. This is not a place we're supposed to be. This is a bad idea, right? Can we interact with this? No. Okay. Level design is the hardest part of game development. You know, everyone has their own hardest parts of game dev, don't they? Level design is definitely a craft. Like, there's a reason why being a level designer is a full-on career. Kiro Pebbles, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. So, it is definitely something you need to build an understanding of. Frankly, I can critique it, and I can observe when clever things happen, but I'm not at the point where I can necessarily initiate that. I can't take it from nothing. I'm at the point skill-wise where I can see things and apply my prior understanding of design through a general understanding of how the brain works and say why things are clever. But coming up with cool level design in and of itself, it's an area I haven't really practiced at all. You thought it was bugs? Fixing bugs keeps programmers busy. Hardest part for me is the programming stuff. I like the art and putting together part. Yeah, I hear you, Mushroom. Programming is pretty rough for me, too. It is not what I am trained in. I just started learning programming in November. Yeah, this hand is so janky on the movement. I would love for it to be smoother. So I'm curious if this opened up just because we got close or if we took too long. Wranglers only. I'm guessing that's what they call their employees. Also, once again, a good level design thing. Clever with the camera light being on, saying stuff is going on. Tom Sutton, hello, welcome in. Yes, we did get a haircut. Thank you. Dragon Spirit, you got it. It's Friday. We're going straight to Cthulhu. Okay. All right. There we go. The graffiti as well. If they are really clever, they're gonna have this graffiti come into play later on in the story. This is a planting of some character that we're going to learn more about later on. If they're not clever, then all it's going to be, oh, found a collectible. Oh, that's cool. Then all it's going to be is just set dressing. But that would be a wasted opportunity if that was the case. Oh, and all the lights just turned off, I think. Weren't these on before? Could have sworn they were on. All right, let's keep going. This 1.5 to 2 hour long demo is going to take me like 5 hours to get through. I'm going to turn the sensitivity down. That spark drawing the eye over to the TV, good.
Jump into the world of your favorite character. Wait, you're our first guest in 2,920 days, 4 hours, 23 minutes, and 38 seconds. Congratulations! I'm Rambly the raccoon.
2,900? That's like almost 10 years.
Indigo Park is the most fun it can be. Just hop on over to the registration center to your left, where our friendly assistant will help you begin your adventure in the park. Hi, I'm Rambly the raccoon, and it's my job to make sure your experience here at Indigo Park is registered. Let me just get a good look at you.
Breaking that fourth wall. They're starting to make you feel that Rambly is more than just, this is not just a video, this is a dude that is like alive and conscious.
So you qualify for a big discount on your visit. Just follow me to the main gate. Ooh, I can't wait for you to see everything Indigo Park has to offer.
Oh, I wish I had read what was on that other screen. I didn't think it was going to kick me out so fast. Okay. Yeah, so that was definitely them saying, introducing the player to say, hey, this is not a video. This is Rambly themselves. Shame he's going to be cursed. He's a cute little guy. Of course. Yeah, the cuter you make him, the more contrast. So all great design is based on contrast, right? If you have one monotone color all throughout, then that is probably not going to be very good art. There's monochromatic color schemes, but that's different. That's a different thing. So all great art is based on contrast. By presenting someone super cute, then they're going to subvert that and make him super horrifying. That gap that they create is going to be all that more unsettling to the player. If he starts off kind of messed up, and then they push him further, it's not all that big of a gap. It's not going to call that much attention, right? It's the same principle behind Five Nights at Freddy's.
What's the holdup? The gate is open. Head on into the entryway.
Kuro Pebbles, good to see ya! We are doing an analysis of Indigo Park.
The gate is not open. There seems to be an error message being sent from the gate's power unit. Lucky you! You get to be the first person to try our turn on the generator mini Rambly venture. Have fun!
Okay. So should we follow the cable? Is that the idea? So I have to do that if I want to make art and animations. You have to do what? I mean, great art comes from contrast. So if you're wanting to improve a character design, think about what are ways that I can improve the contrast of whatever it is I'm trying to communicate.
Can you find it?
Poppy Playtime does that really good. I'm unfamiliar with Poppy Playtime, but it sounds like the exact sort of thing. Yeah, no, okay, it's the blue triangle head thing. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is a trope that's being used all over the place right now. Because it works. If it's being used a bunch, it's because it works. So we need to find a gear. Also, good signifier is what it's called on all of these interactable items when they highlight everything in that semi-transparent white. That's the game telling you, hey, you can interact with this. It saves you time from trying to interact with things that you can't. Really good adventure design in that regard. I mean, depending on who you ask. But most people, the broader markets would feel that, yes, that is a good idea. Yeah, I thought I was going crazy for a sec. The CC box was covering your cam on my screen, so all I saw was blue fog hat. Sounds interesting. Yeah, sorry. I should turn on the closed captioning. I keep forgetting to hit play on that, and then people don't recognize what is happening. You can click and drag and move it around and stuff. There we go. Allow. There we go. So we got to find a gear. And this is clever too. They have shut the door, telling the player, hey, what you're looking for is in the room here, so you don't spend 80 hours wandering around outside looking at every nook and cranny. That's very smart to direct the player and keep them moving forward instead of getting stuck on the first puzzle. Not be long before there is brain rot using Indigo Park's characters. Right on, Kuro. Still waiting for that first jump scare. I'm not gonna lie, I do not like horror games. Okay. They're not for me.
Welcome to Indigo Park.
I do not do well with horror. But this is why I have a wife. Oh, God. And you can see up ahead, these two bright lights way off in the distance kind of look like eyes, right? It's kind of like eyes and then a nose and then a big curved mouth underneath. It's probably going to be a bunch of machinery, but very good, very unsettling right as you walk in. Black, right, framed up against those big whites, the big black zone, and the white banner up top. That black is a huge contrast area, right? So you zoom straight in. I mean to say your wife is horror? No, I mean to say that she consoles me when I can't go to sleep at night because I've been coerced into doing something horror-related by chat.
Silly Rambly. Every guest needs a critter cuff. That will allow you access to reserved areas, charge payments to your room, and wear a critter cuff.
And wear a critter cuff.
Head in there and I'll get you set up.
Oh, dear. Yeah, no, not the biggest fan of all this right now. Visit an information kiosk to learn more about all these collectibles we're getting. Okay. Okay. Well, I can't pick these up?
There you go, buddy. Your very own critter cuff. A new way to
bright light shining once again, really leading the player to where they're supposed to be going.
Data disclosure agreement included.
Get your critter cuff. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good design work, especially if you're making a horror game that's meant to be consumed by a very broad market. You're going to want to do a lot of stuff like this, right?
Save the day.
Good little level design there by locking the door and saying, hey, you have to understand that is what these are for. You do not get to advance in the game until you understand this mechanic.
Now try entering the park, and we can start our Indigo adventure.
The camera follows you. I just noticed that. Okay. Great. Yeah. Okay. E? Do I just... Okay. So we got Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse over there. Once again, also as well, by making it a parody of Walt Disney, they're tapping into something called the Von Restorff effect, which is to say that it is very similar to something you already know, so you're more likely to notice it and recognize it. If it is 100% different, then it will probably fade away in the sea of other things that are very similar. That is to say, other things that are also different and your brain doesn't quite know what to focus on. But if it can cue into something similar, like Balatro did with poker, Balatro didn't have to be about poker, but it was. And yeah, great, awesome. Game Jam project is coming along. Yeah, 2D Fighter. We're doing an analysis of, oh, big cave in. And they just did a loading screen there. They didn't bother animating all that and making sure the player was all safe and everything. They just said, all right, you crossed the level. Let's move you into the next level. And then they played the sound effect while it was black to communicate to the player, hey, this is what's happening. That's fine. It's a little janky, but it works. Works just fine. I would like to go to the bathroom, please. May I please just close the door and not deal with anything in this game?
Pardon our dust, buddy. Looks like the park is going through some...
Very cutely animated.
renovations.
I mean, style and presentation is 100% the strong suit of this game so far.
% off! Why not celebrate this great deal with a ride on my railroad? To test your sleuthing skills, I'll let you find this one all by yourself.
All right. All these monitors and cables, right? They're tapping into some good shape language here. These cables are kind of this primordial fear in the human psyche of snakes and stuff like that, right?
Facial data suggests you may be a bit older than the target audience for this ride, but it's one of my favorites. Do you know why Rambly the raccoon loves Rambly's Railroad?
It's weird we have a jump and can't jump over that. That feels a little bit weird. That tells me that they built the jump and they're just artificially restricting it, and so that not too much thought went into this sort of level design. I can almost guarantee a ton of people would have thought to jump over, because that's also what the behavior that they'll mimic from real amusement park rides. All right, get ready for our first jump scares here. We're out of control. What game is this? Five Nights at Freddy's? I know, right, Nicholson? No, this is Indigo Park. It has 14,500 positive reviews. Overwhelmingly positive. How many of you would love to make a game that has that? I sure would. So it's worth looking at how are they appealing to such a wide market? What are they doing to accomplish what they are? The walls seem a little bare. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, this is all good. This is all good. You can tell they spent a lot of time and attention on this. Most people can't jump over that in real life. 14,000, yeah, Nicholson.
6 bars this week.
I'm not crashing.
What's barnstorming?
It's crashing in style. It barely hurts at all.
Oh, that stutter there and everything. Oh, that was good writing.
Look like great pilots.
It barely hurts at all.
Rooftop races.
Admission included with the critter cup.
So yeah, I mean, those walls, 100% bare. Everywhere they want you to look, they throw a lot more time and effort into, which is fair.
Come on out and greet the people.
This is not an action game where you're going to be looking anywhere. This is a game where they're trying to direct your attention to certain places.
And body.
You've known me for 100 years, Rambly. I'm always long because I'm always longing for a new seashell for my collection.
Insurance will not always cover plane crashes.
Come out of your shell.
How about you come into it instead?
Disconcerting.
Our ride, Oceanic Odyssey, will teach you all
Disneyland all over again.
down on the deep blue sea. It's as blue as me.
I mean, good character design, to be fair.
I'm so lonely.
Oceanic Odyssey currently closed for repairs.
Yeah. Okay, we climbing out. Dragon Spirit, thank you so much. Get the ride running. Okay. Yura, good to see ya. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Okay. So we got the puzzle again of the different gears we got to go find, and they're blending in with the terrain, so they kind of look like they're a little bit hard to find, but not so hard. There we go. There's the other one. He was showing Eeyore vibes? Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. was a satire on Eeyore. Absolutely. Which, once again, von Restorff effect, right? Don't make something entirely new. Cue into something that your players are already familiar with and understanding. And they will remember it better. If you can create contrast against something that they're already familiar with, then they're going to say, oh, it was this character like Eeyore, but a sea serpent instead. Way better than some random sea serpent character that they can't place anywhere, right?
Great acolyte.
Of course it was. I'm the
Don't turn around. Well, now I want to turn around. Now that's all I want to do. Oh, I can't go through the door. Yeah, this game is definitely an on-rails adventure. Like, I can't even walk 2 feet in front of me. That's interesting.
So, what do you think? Pretty fun, right? Now you know.
So, like,
all
that's
about
frustrating for
mechanics.
me. But it's clearly what a large market is okay with. There's a huge market size that is not wanting the most complex, in-depth thing. They're wanting an amusement ride. This game itself is a representation of video game amusement rides. You know, it's a Ferris wheel, not a laser tag, right? Little lost about game dev, thinking to find someone to work with so we could lean on each other to stand up. Hard to find someone that wants to work on percentages. Oh, yeah, for like a full commercial product? Yeah, that can be tough. That can definitely be tough. Game dev is such a time-consuming, difficult hobby. It's hard, especially when you're asking someone to buy into something that isn't their vision, that they haven't helped create. That can be tough to say, hey, spend all this time and effort on my vision, right? It's like, I think I'd rather just build my own game. All right, take care, Dragon Spirit. I hope people start feeling better. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't noticed, Lloyd holds a different place in Rambley's heart compared to the others. I guess I haven't noticed. I'm too busy yakking away so I don't get super scared.
Hey, buddy, come over here.
What, over there? Can I ignore you? Are we gonna Stanley Parable it? Aha! Collectibles! Tough about you because said something about helping new devs and something about a jam. Don't remember exactly. Yeah, I mean, especially new people, I think, particularly may be less comfortable working on a team because they don't know what they can or can't do.
Wow,
So it's
look
hard
at
to kind of
that.
commit to
You're
being
at
on a
Jetstream
team
Junction.
and
Oops,
letting other people
looks like
down,
Jetstream
potentially.
Junction's being tuned up.
Fody Game Dev, good to see ya.
The office in the back of the theater. Maybe
Taking a break from the
Captain
Captain Game Jam. Yeah, we, Patrick redeemed Analyze Any Game, and we're taking a look at Indigo Park. I think he's a Jetstream Junction at Lloyd's main stage. So we're going through this. It takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours, supposedly, and we're talking all about how this pretty bare bones experience has... Hey, Fody with the raid! Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you're doing well. Welcome in, raiders. We're talking about how this relatively simple experience has garnered 14,500 reviews on Steam. And they've clearly done something very right. Okay, all right. I thought I needed to go... Lloyd's stage was over there. I thought I needed to jump back into the cart. Okay. Scott Cawthon made a game. I'm unfamiliar with who Scott Cawthon is. This is, gosh, what... We looked it up. It's a YouTuber. It's a YouTuber and Twitch streamer who has made this game. And I have no idea if they have done the actual development of it. Also, once again, if we're looking at good level design, we've got lights directionally pointing to Lloyd's main stage theater. But then these big bright red banners, lots of color contrast to show you, oh, this is where I'm supposed to be looking. Because that white background on the white... wall doesn't call the eye very much, but those red banners kind of save it, in my opinion. First glance, I thought it was Left 4 Dead or something. Yeah. Scott, oh, he's the Five Nights at Freddy's creator. Got it. This is definitely in the same vein as that, right? So they're 100% depending on a lot of that same audience. Yep. Why do you not turn around right now? You know, just go home.
Buddy, I've got eyes all over the park, but I can't see anything behind the stage. If you're going back there, be careful. Your critter club is not yet able to resuscitate you.
Not yet able to resuscitate you? Is that work in progress technology, or do we need to restore the ability for it? What's going on there? Hearing the yeah. Hi. You're just gonna say hi? You're just gonna hang out? Oh, buddy. Oh, dear. You have a drop? No, not a drop, but just enough. Once again, they're telling a story with the level, and that is this game's big pull right now, is its narrative. It's not a mechanical game. This is a narrative experience. This is what they're trying to... Hi. Can I kick you? Okay, that was our first jump scare. The rest has been just suspense up until now. That was our first get ready. I wonder if there was even a way for you to die there. Like, if you were sprinting forward, would he actually be able to hit you? Thank you. Shut the door. Appreciate it. What was that sound? What was that door opening? All right. There's the key. Pin light on the key, directing the eye, showing you what to go select. It almost worked against them because the key was so reflective. That, oh yeah, now we have less lighting than before. We're going to have to rely on our memory a little bit more of this place. Hopefully they haven't messed around with the layout very much. Okay, just waiting for something to come out of the sides here and eat me. Great. Cable mess was pretty scary. You know, they have a lot of those cables everywhere, and I do think that was intentional to have those shapes the way that they are. Okay. Oh. Is it venom? Does it react to ultrasonic sounds? Okay. There's the bird. Great. Yeah, those cables kind of making you almost feeling reminiscent of... okay, can't open that door. Reminiscent of like snakes and stuff, right? These sort of primordial fears in the human psyche. So spiders, snakes, these venomous creatures, anything to tap into more than just the everyday, right? Go to the piano. Shoot, sorry, didn't see that until just barely, Patrick. It just barely popped up on my screen. Lots of bright lights. I'm very excited for when they're going to turn all that off. The clock spinning around wildly, very eerie. Big moon, also very eerie. Let's see, is it over here we need to be? Yeah, there's a big, oversized lock. See how that is not a normal lock size? You could play it. That's pretty cool. I'm assuming that there's some sort of secret that if you play it correctly, then you get some sort of secret to happen. Yeah.
Say, why don't you check out Molly's rooftop races? It's not far from here, and it's a great warm-up before we get into the bigger rides. Just take it up at Molly's landing pad.
Oh, dear. We can select that. Okay. Pre-recorded music. Okay. Oh no, Molly's plane crashed somewhere in Rambleberry Woods. I better find her and make sure she's okay. We have a hidden platformer. Is it going to kick us out? Oh no, we're going to restart. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, please don't sit me through all of that conversation every single time. Okay. Also, notice I have no frame of reference for why I should be trying to get raspberries, and yet I am desperately trying to get all the raspberries. Notice that? There's no reason for me to do this right now other than they exist. I have no marker for this being even a helpful thing right now. But I'm getting them. You can leverage stuff like that in your designs. If you can put something in there like that, people will get it and they'll pad out their playtime. And Steam recommends your game based on, in part, based on how many hours people are playing it. After Bolt Now, we're going to stream this weekend. We will be streaming tomorrow morning. Yes, tomorrow morning we're going to do some more Game Jam. And then as well, we have a debate between our very first debate in a series, hopefully, of Polygon Pilgrimage and Risky Biscuit Games on AI art in games. So it's going to be a great time. Must get shiny objects. Yeah. Take care, Fody. Thanks for hanging out. Try checking. I love to see how your jam project's coming along. Absolutely, yeah. I was flying through the woods, but suddenly I couldn't see a thing. Looks like my smoke screen made her crash right on target. Salem, I should have known you were behind this, you shady skunk. Let her go. Nah. In before Salem's the good guy trying to help you escape from the raccoon. I was about to try my new potion on her instead. Molly, look out! You too. You have a great rest of your day, Fody. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the raid. Oh, too slow, dumpster face. I bet that is what we saw in the title screen. Meet the new and improved Molly Macaw. Now with none of that friendship garbage stopping her from tearing you to pieces. That was the thing lurking in the shadows on the title screen. I wonder what she really thinks of you now. Have fun finding out. And so stuff like that as well helps the player feel kind of clever. If you can make a hint about something and then show not the exact thing later on, but just enough where someone can kind of think about it. Then the player's going to feel clever connecting those dots. Oh. All right. We got a digital raspberry in the real world. Everything's normal here. Molly's landing pad. Okay, I don't think we can quite get to that one. There's the rooftop races. I think that's where he said to go, right? Rooftop races. Which game is that? Yeah, that was the secret hidden game inside this one.
This is horrible. Looks like Molly crashed into the right again. Don't worry, though. Your pal Rambley has the repairman on speed dial.
We're sorry. The number you have dialed has been disconnected or is no longer in service. Please check the number and dial again.
Say, why don't you check out Molly's landing pad?
Yeah.
It's not far from here, and it's a great cool down after that exhilarating ride. Just take a down from Molly's rooftop races.
Okay, so here's the landing pad right over here. And the switch is now turned on. Okay, more loading screens. Spin it around. So they build in a lot of these. I mean, this is frankly another good idea of putting in these sorts of toy things that players will interact with and have fun with. I was about to say, is this a puzzle? Because there was definitely a way we could go up here, right? Ah, but it wouldn't take us anywhere. So we would have just been stuck here. Okay. Got it. Didn't change the game and software development to the game. No, I didn't, because we're doing, like, analysis. And, yeah, hi. Hello. Yeah, no, that's intentional. Because as soon as we're done with this, we're also going to go back to game dev, and, you know, it's such a short time. The blood. Oh, dear. What were you even chewing on, Birdie? We're the first visitor in like 10 years, it said. Oh, wait, we're back here? Is that door gonna open for us now? No? Oh. Okay. Is it a maze? Because there was another route we could take right over here, right? There was an opening right here. This will take long? Great. Oh, dear. Okay, so it skipped us over, but obviously we can jump down and go over there, so let's keep that in mind. Okay, this is where I believe no, this is a different place than what I saw before. Okay. Triangle. Is it trying to tell me the clues to open the door? We've seen a star, we've seen a triangle, and then a star. Yeah, hi. How's it going? And then we're back here. Okay. Oh, and they're all different colors, too. So, purple star. Color-coded shapes. Yeah, Agent, yeah. Okay. Purple star. Let's go back here, because there's probably going to be a shape over here that we missed. Thank you, Agent. Appreciate you writing it down for me. Yellow circle? Van Dev, thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Red star. Yellow circle, red star. Okay. Thanks, Agent. Okay. And then there was another star over here. Was it green triangle? And then another star. Blue star. Okay. Green triangle, blue star. All right. I think that's 5. Let's go check this out. So, purple star, yellow circle. Oh, so slow. Okay. Blue star, green triangle. Oh, and I guess red star. Great. We did it! Go team! Can you imagine all the kids that would have been stuck in there forever, just crying and screaming for their parents? Mom, Dad, I don't know how to get out! Steve, we need you to go get a couple more. They got lost again. Yeah, it happens every, like, 5 kids. Just go help them out. Waiting for the transcript to end. All good. Thanks, you. No, it's going very well. Thanks. We're taking some time out of our game jam to do an analysis of Indigo Park at the behest of Patrick, who redeemed the channel points for it. I don't know what that did. We're going to keep going in here. Glad to contribute to the progression of the game. Thanks. Okay. Hi. Should I be running away? Yep, okay. Okay. Fair. All right. Where are you going to restart me? If it takes me to the beginning of the game, this is going to be the end of the analysis. You were caught by Molly Macaw. F. Molly can repeat words that she's heard. Don't be fooled. Oh, that's hilarious. That's actually a really cool horror mechanic. That's very clever. All right, we're just back here. All right, that's fine. Okay. We got to go hit the thing. Is there another way in? Are we going to be, like, cycling in and out of this place and we have to run up with Molly chasing us? It's kind of weird. All right. Okay. Ask the human-sized bird, should I be running away? Well, I wasn't sure if it was going to be another... Because, like, the lion had a couple of times like that, right? Where it was chasing us, but then would get, you know, trapped underneath something. So I wasn't sure if the game was just going to pull it back or if we needed to run away. Yeah, there it is. All right, keep going. Okay. Couldn't jump far enough. Jump. Nope. I'm a little concerned that this is going to be a figure out the right route forward and do it perfectly from your first try, or it's going to extend so long that it just gets to be monotonous. Okay, we're out of the park. That's a good sign. Gotta grab the collectibles. Into the vents. Yeah, you're still coming. Okay. Once again, the telescoping squares of the vents help, and of all the playground equipment as well, making it feel a lot more closed in.
There you are, buddy. Wait, hold on. This one's staff only. Come on in, new staff.
Come on in, new staff. So they're organic. That's kind of weird. But they were also sparking. So they're bio-organic? Cool. I mean, all we gotta do is do that like 3 more times and then we're perfectly safe,
I
right?
can see in your facial tracking that you're scared, angry, upset. Transparency is an important part of our policy here at Indigo Park, so I need to be honest about something. The park has been inactive for years.
I don't know why I ever want to turn my flashlight on or off.
The mascot, sir. I just was so excited to see a visitor, and I wanted to be sure you were given the best experience possible.
Yeah, I don't trust you for a half a second,
I
bro.
was confined to the entrance for so long, I didn't realize just how much disrepair the park has fallen into. Wasting all of your fun time. Sorry for the inconvenience.
That's okay, you can just open the door out.
But
Let me out.
I have an idea.
We can just head.
I have access
We can just
to
call it a
the repair
day.
Documentation in my database. I just can't execute most tasks without authorization from a human user. You must have come here because the park matters to you too, right? Would you be willing to help me restore the park? I can see in your facial tracking data that you aren't opposed to this. Ooh, I'm so excited. Let's get this
Oh
place
dear.
back in
Yes, I will
business.
help you achieve singularity and use my body as a
Okay,
vessel
welcome
to
the
wreak
crew,
havoc
Rookie
upon
Wrangler.
humanity.
Register. Your first official job as one of Rambley's Wranglers Register is to get out of the Rambley's Wranglers Register room. Head left toward
I just bought Ace Sprite and it's been 10 minutes and I understand the hype now. Nice, Mushroom. Yeah, it's pretty cool. A lot of good stuff can be done in it. And I know it's not the only tool, right? But it is a very user-friendly tool. It does its job very well. And respect that they have the source code that you can just compile on your own if you want. So I love that part too. Someone could have been trapped in that suit. That's a good point, Agent. Yeah. That could be a meat puppet inside there in the suit has taken control. Oh, there's our first information kiosk. We're missing 4 collectibles. Boo. Oh my goodness. Well, there you go. You can ask Rambley about it.
My buddy
Oh,
Wrigley.
okay.
No, he's really shy. Like, too shy.
So, I mean, we're only down 4. That means we've probably gotten nearly everything, right? We've kind of seen most of the game has to offer.
You're doing a great job, Rookie Wrangler. you'll find a potpourri of
We've gone through
porpoises,
2 of the
hippos,
3
partridges,
mascots
flies,
levels
and
now.
ants. Please don't tap the glass.
Not sure if it's exactly human. Yeah, that's fair. I like Gogglebird. It wasn't the first. You only skipped it when he asked you to get power to him. Got it. Got it. Like monsters from a lab? Yeah, that's true. They could also just be like grown
You okay?
monsters.
You look kind of tired. Do you need a moment? Don't worry, it's fine. I don't blame you for taking a rest after all that. Heck, I could go for a nice, relaxing defragmentation myself.
Oh, is this the end?
Before you settle down, you up for a little survey to help us improve the park? Thanks for visiting Indigo Park. Hope all your
Dude.
dreams came true. If you've got some time and you're up for a lark, stick around for the Rambly review. I'm
Clicking
here
on
to
the
offer my
X.
best to each
That's not my
valuable
cursor,
guest
by the
I
way.
assist. And
Hands
lots
are
of
up,
happy
right?
Feedback ensures I get to exist.
Lots of happy feedback
Were you
ensures I get to
satisfied with the
exist.
ride?
Oh
Yes or no?
boy.
Were you satisfied with your guide? Do you plan to come back? Will I see you again? Did your experience convince you to tell a friend about us? Did I earn your trust? At Indigo Park,
So,
there is a
they're definitely
stark
taking the ending of Portal into account here, right?
everything I know this place should be.
Creator, Mason Myers, Unique Geese. What's your role, though?
Spark of sunshine to
Game creator, game director. So I'm betting he didn't do much of the programming.
Indigo Park.
Narrative team, art team.
Mysteries, even I don't know what we might
Yeah, this makes sense that it is not a like one person endeavor, right? Voice production, music team. This game has a lot of personality, not just a Five Nights at Freddy's clone. Yeah, no, I think that's very fair to say. It's a Five Nights at Freddy's clone in the same way that like Unreal was a Doom clone, right? QA, so all their testers, Patreon supporters. I'm not seeing any engineers, any software engineers. So either this guy did all the development himself and then just contracted out art, or is using freelancers that aren't credited. Vending machine, trash can. Oh, those are their assets that they used, like from the store. Okay. I mean, fair, you know? Did not list a programmer, no. The closest thing was game creator, and that's pretty vague. That could be anything. I mean, it was definitely a roller coaster, right?
All my old friends are united again, and I won't feel so left behind. Okay, I'll let you go. See you next time, buddy.
This was not a game about mechanical mastery. This was just a game about experiencing a ride. That's fair. Indigo Park is a full-on passion project that we've been working on for a little over a year now. The stories and world we want to create with Rambly and his friends are very special to us, but the scale of the game, we're going to need some help. If you enjoyed your experience with Chapter 1, consider supporting our socials if you want to see Chapter 2. No matter what happens, we hope you enjoyed your stay. Thanks for visiting Indigo Park. There you go. That's Indigo Park. There's a lot to learn from that, right? I think in the indie dev space especially, we tend, because we're enthusiasts, Unreal, yeah. We're enthusiasts. We are much more into that cerebral space, usually. And this is a really good reminder that most people aren't. If you want a huge smash breakaway hit, don't make people think too hard. Just give them an emotional experience. Somehow missed the end when you looked at the door instead of the glass, missing Finley the giant sea serpent. Looked at the door instead of the glass. So what? Finn was there waiting for us, I guess? I only saw a tiny portion of the game just now. I just joined the stream and I'm way into it. Yeah, well, I mean, Chapter 1, completely free, online. 14,500 reviews, overwhelmingly positive.
Hey, buddy. You
Oh, it's just
okay?
going to take us into the
You
ending
look kinda
sequence.
tired.
So there you
Do
go.
you
That's
need a
Indigo
moment?
Park. I mean,
Don't worry, it's fine. I don't blame
it's
you for
not my
taking a
personal
rest
cup of
after all
tea.
that. Heck,
But
you could go
as indie devs, you kind of have to make that decision. Are you building something that is a passion project? Or are you building something that is meant to be commercially viable? And if you want something commercially viable, that's an incredible thing to experience. Kawaii Junimo Gaming. Hello. Welcome in. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, there you go. Thanks so much for redeeming that, Patrick. That was really interesting for me to observe. It's very different from the type of things I tend to lean towards. So I appreciate getting that opportunity to kind of get outside of my comfort zone and see what a broader market is looking at than myself. That's really helpful for design. So thank you. All right, let's dive back into game dev. We are working on our Captain Coders Learn You a Game Jam. And we've got this weird bug where this thing is not going down the same as the others because I have changed the name of it and it is now all broken. All right, take care, Patrick. Thanks for hanging out and thanks for that redeem. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Okay. So for some reason, Magic Shield is just super breaking. And for in toolbar icons, which is, what's toolbar icons? Where are we declaring that? Right here. It's the toolbar. I just call these names. This is what happens when you code too fast, ladies and gentlemen. So we're looping through this group and we're comparing the item's name, and the item name being these, Magic Shield, to Pascal case equals the node's name in Pascal case. And for some reason, it's following the same formatting, for example, as Nerd Glasses, but it's still broken. Like, Nerd Glasses works just fine. So, let's do a search for anywhere in the project that we're using Aether Shield. The signals, that's all fine. That should all be fine. Huh. So if that's the only time that we're using the term Aether Shield, what could be going on there? Let's go ahead and just swap everything that is Aether for Magic. Just replace. Find and replace Aether with Magic in the root folder. Replace. And we'll just replace all. Okay. Let's try it. Still not going to work. In fact, see down here, we're still printing out Aether Shield, which is really weird. Where are we printing all that out in the first place? Print i.name. Okay. So let's do group name, string, and then print active item name. Dot name. Okay. Dot 2 Pascal case. Let's try that. I've successfully broken it. Okay, no, it's working. Oh. Invalid access to property or key name on a base object of type control. So it does need to be lowercase. Okay, that's probably our problem. Yeah. Magic shield, magic shield. Right there. That's what we're looking for. Oh. Let's go ahead and breakpoint there. Huh. So it hit when I didn't use Magic Shield. Let's try this again. We're gonna breakpoint one layer above it. Magic Shield. So if I dot get parent is hbox container. It is not. So what is happening here? What object is this? Toolbar. That's our problem. I bet that's our problem. I bet it's all gonna go to that. You've improved the graphics quite a bit. Yeah, thanks, Anosa. Yeah. There we go. That fixed it. That fixed it. Good. Okay, the shield is all fixed. Boy. Name things the right way the first time is all I gotta say. Jiminy, everything is working now. Good. Okay. You should name Aya's icon so the code is easier to read tomorrow. My 2 cents. I could, but then that would force me to spend more time on it. And this is also kind of a helpful reminder for me of this is not what I think it is. I need to get that into my head for good for loops. And the icon there, I'm meaning the icon is not necessarily the hard thing of that. That was not the difficult thing to keep in mind as well. But I appreciate the thoughts. I know people are looking out for me, and I appreciate that. Right, we need to add in the lettering here. So we're gonna make some new labels. New label, this will be 1. This is where having, once again, a parent object that we could just be referencing all of these off of would be very handy. Oh, because it's in the H group. Okay, so we're going to have to take this into sword. Put 1 right there. And then, there we go. Copy. We're going to go to, what's up next? Shield. Definitely have some fun VAR names, so I won't complain. You know, we do what we got to do, right? Okay. Bring that down. 3. Shield. 2. And then we're going to go to wand. There we go. Not 5. It's not 5. It's 4. Thank you. Excuse you. Not 14. Oh, Magic Shield. You're 5. And then Nerd Glasses. 6. And then Boots is 7. Yeah, I wonder how much time Indigo Park took to program. It seemed pretty simple, but I also haven't done a whole lot of work. I haven't done anything in Unreal. So I don't know comparatively how much that was. I bet most of it, though, most of the time on that game was spent on making art assets, which is why they had potentially 1 developer, but then like 10 artists, right? Love that you're manually labeling their numbers. So many programmers are probably rolling over in chat. Listen, I'm not constructing this from different things right now. We could if I had like done that from the very beginning, but we're not. So we're taking the shortcuts. We're taking the shortcuts. Bloop. All right. Cool. So now we can go to the toolbar and we can hide all of these. Keep it up. Keep using the shortcut. Hey, it's a shortcut if you're not a good programmer, okay? Let's stop the code shaming in here. We get enough of that. We don't need any more code shaming. If it works, it works. All right, so we got our items. There we go. Do appreciate the choice of doing fast and working instead of doing philosophy programming over it. There you go. No, this is definitely, like, I super understand how this could be a billion times more efficient. Like, that is not lost on me. Okay. I'm going to go to the sword, and I'm going to change its script, the sword resource, to do 10 damage. Because I just want to see... Is this still working over the course of the next few fights? Oh, it's not carrying through. Okay. Okay. Title casing issue. Let's go to our Will-o'-the-Wisp fight. Right, we need to fix the toolbar location on that. I'm not shaming, I support it. There you go. Also, I'm realizing we could have just hidden it on that specific one. Whatever, that's fine. Doing it this way gives you the ability to refactor later. Exactly. Why would I want to deny my adoring fans about refactoring? Magic shield. There we go. All right, and then close. Go to the dragon fight. Got to move this up. Listen, if we did it right the first time, then we wouldn't be learning anything, would we? Oops, not F5. We want F6. There we go. And now we have our full complement of items. Cool. All right. Let's go back and in here, we need to replace this with our icon for nerd glasses, which is right here. There we go. Move these down. Go to our magic shield. Replace magic shield. Listen, y'all forget that not everyone has like a decade doing programming. It's okay. It's okay to build things poorly. That's all right. It's okay. It's not gonna hurt anyone. I'm not working on a team. I don't got like people I gotta accommodate 10 years later who are gonna come in and remark on the spaghetti code. No, it's a game jam. All right, cool. That's looking good. Turn that off. And we'll go to our Will-o'-the-Wisp fight. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Can confirm, building for fun is more important. And building for speed, like, you know, like we've been talking about, right? It's important to go fast, especially in a game jam. So instead of trying to debate about whether, you know, X, Y, or Z thing is the best way to do it or not, let's just, like, pick a direction and we'll deal with it. It's okay. When the stakes are low, it's okay. All right. Plus, when people decompile the source code to go hunting for secrets, having spaghetti code hides the secrets better. There you go. All right, let's hide that. And then the dragonfly, we don't have to worry about that. Okay, that's all looking good. Okay. Now our sword is doing a lot more damage. We don't want it to be doing all that damage. Let's go back and change that value back to 1. Jack, welcome in. Hope you're okay. Glad to see you, though. Plop. Then we move on. That freeze happens so fast. Okay. Will-o'-the-wisp disappears, and we move on. There we go, and we're in the final fight. Oh, the freeze on that is not quite working. Okay, so we have freeze on normal shield, which isn't appearing correctly. Didn't I do that? Yeah, I did fix it. I mean, you know, with an asterisk. Copy properties. Paste properties. Paste properties. Yeah, okay. Freeze, paste properties. Freeze, paste properties. Freeze, paste properties. And wand? Yeah, we need to do you too. Is this Feliz Navidad? Yeah, absolutely, Fortunes. Game's looking great. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Home all good. I'm also a lightweight. The jam's progressing very well. Thanks. We're moving right along. Yeah, we're getting this art kind of built out. Oh, you know what? We need to change these texts because they're incorrect now because I changed how things work. Before I had the glasses buff things for the rest of the fight, and now I'm just doing it for the next magic attack. Okay. Okay. That'll work. Cool. Great. Some good looking art. Thanks, Jack. It's silly. It's tremendously silly, but it's fun. Toolbox! Hello, welcome in. There it is. There it is. I just had an idea for the demo I want to show at Comic-Con. Can I have your opinion on the idea? Of course, Foolbox. Absolutely. It'll be 10,000 channel points. No. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. What should we do next? What are all the things we need to do still? We need to do... we need to do the background for the art. We need to do art for the villains' icons on what they're doing. That's going to take a decent amount of time. So will the background art. Let's do the villains' intention abilities. That sounds good to me. We're going to grab current intention and charge. We're going to bring charge down here, and we're going to add a texture rect. Can I, like, do it that way? All right. And then just shift down. Okay, current intention. Slide over. There you go. I think we're going to change this one to be 60 pixels? When you run errands, do you call them a fool's errand? Let's make them 60 by 60. So a little bit bigger, but not as big as the players. So there's still that sort of hierarchy. Weird. Why are you not expanding? Correct? No. Okay, cool. We just... Weird. 60 by 60. Assets. And then just as a placeholder, throw that there. The charge needs to be in front of it. $60 by $60. But why then is it not growing? We reset the scale. Say the size is 60 by 60. You should be covering it. Why are you not covering it? Weird. I mean, I guess we can just do it manually. That's really weird, but... Okay. There must be some settings somewhere that I'm not doing correctly. Okay. I mean, it looks like it's working, though. Sure. Okay. Middle, and then, oops. Drag down, so now we're centered. Current and next intention can go up a little bit. Goblin can go down. The sprite can go down a little bit. There we go. And then we need to make some unique icons for this. So let's go ahead and open our physical template. Hide the weights. And then we're going to save this as enemy physical template. Because we need to scale it down. That. Order is locked. There we go. Okay. We can delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. And then we need to change our sizes here. So we'll bring that to 60 by 60. We can see that up top. Now the tricky thing is, can I, 60 by 60. We're gonna shrink to the upper left. 60 by 60 in the upper left. Okay, there we go. Okay. Lovely. So now, we can just make a new stick. Stick. Perfect. Shift O. Black. Done. Okay. Stick done. Export as stick. Okay. Now, we do need to build in code to swap out this texture rect. We'll do that in a second. Next up, we need a physical shield. Being off-center triggers your OCD. Oh, it's not that bad. It's a little bit. It's not that bad. So I don't know how many levels I should put in the demo because some people would like the puzzle and breeze through the levels, but some might struggle and take way more time. But I just realized I can make it so that no matter what, after 15 minutes after you finish the level you're currently solving, it says you're certified and that you win. Basically, you would stop the demo after you finish that level after 15 minutes and makes you win. Okay. Okay. Gonna bring in the shield. That in, and then we're going to set this layer. I think we said it was luminosity. That was probably the best version of it. Yeah, it's still not great, but it's better than the gray, I feel. Okay. And then we have Battle Cry. So we're going to open up our goblin. I'm going to grab all of this. Oops. Ah. Ah. There we go. Bring you in. And then... tidy this all up. There we go. Set that right there, and then we'll do like a curve. Oh, that's not a line. That's a line, not a curve. Let me fix that. Well, Fullbox, I didn't know what you were asking. What is your question about? What are you hoping to get feedback on? You presented me with a situation. What are you looking for thoughts on? I think automatically making you win after 15 minutes is stupid. Put enough for someone to feel content while playing a demo. Everyone doesn't have the same level of experience with puzzle games. One sec. If they're not going to finish in 15 minutes and aren't willing to spend more time, they aren't going to want to play a full puzzle game. So, yeah, Foolbox, I guess my question, before I start saying stuff, what is it that you're looking for feedback on? This is not a great icon for this. Oh, dear. Goal is not to have them play as much as possible. It's an event with a ton of people. I want the most people to be able to play. I want to know if it's a good idea or not. So I definitely have thoughts. So your goal is getting people to cycle through, right? Your goal is to get people to cycle through as much as possible. Is that right? Is that the fundamental goal? It looks like the goblin has Wi-Fi. This is not exactly what I would love. Making it so that people that like puzzle games can play more levels, so they can see more of the game, I guess. So you want people who like puzzle games to see more levels, but is the inverse true, where you want people who don't like puzzle games, you want them to see fewer levels? Welcome back, Endo. Good to see ya. Is that the goblin status icon? It's his battle cry skill. Listen, I'm not very happy about it either. Where's the will-o'-the-wisp? You love it? Well, thanks. So the will-o'-the-wisp is going to use Magic Bolt, Magic Shield, Freeze, Reflect, and Stun. So, primarily blue and yellow. Maybe then make the puzzle game not be level locked, like you can play all levels, but people will be driven to play them in order, but if they can't finish one, be compelled to skip. If you like puzzle games but are slow to solve them. So yeah, that was going to be one of my questions, Fortunes, is do you feel that liking puzzle games necessarily directly correlates to skill at puzzle games? Did you decide if you're going to make the enemies dark or keep it lighthearted? No, I haven't decided yet. I'm just kind of moving forward with what I have just due to time. If we have time, I'll revisit that whole conversation. I want people that might struggle and take more time to solve the puzzle to still feel like they've accomplished something. So I think the thing is, if I put more levels, I'll have people that want to play the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Foolbox. I definitely don't think you should, like, put your whole game in there, right? Can't have that because there will be a lot of people that want to play. Yeah, absolutely. So I think your 15-minute timer idea is a good idea, but what I would... My concern with that is, in its current implementation, is that what if someone spends 15 minutes on the first level and then they get that certified sticker, right? So that kind of lessens the amount of accomplishment they get, and it lessens the amount that the people who went through all the levels will get. So it kind of cheapens the experience a little bit. What would you feel about having like a 15-minute timer and say this is just how much you get to play consecutively? And at the end of that timer, you got to go back in line. And then you can pick back up where you left off, but you have to go back in line. That way you're still cycling people through, and the people who are good at puzzle games will get to see more, but then everyone can see everything if they're willing to spend the time on it. There are probably also drawbacks to that, though. So what are your thoughts as the community, as the event organizer? Right. we're changing this to be the magical, enemy magical thing. So we're going to grab this. And then that. Lock. Save. And we're going to do Magic Bolt. Not sure people will get back in line. What would be the problem with that if they didn't get back in line? Walk me through what's going on in your head. If you implemented that policy of 15 minutes and then you're done, but you can go back in line and they don't, what happens? This is weird. Is it visible? Oh, that was the eraser. Ha! Oops. You got it, Mothman. The idea of the certification was to have them be happy that they ended kind of like a final celebration. Sure. Holes fixed, so padding is 2 or 3 pixels on all sides. Just for you, Jack? Absolutely not. And the hat tower. Oh, dear. Oh, God. Okay. All right, you monsters. So, I guess my question is, Poolbox, do you want everyone happy that they've ended, or do you want people feeling happy that they've accomplished the ending? Right? Those are two different experiences. So is it about being happy that they ended or happy that they beat it? Okay, Memphis, thank you. Oh, God. Oh, shoot. Thanks, Memphis. Bait out all the hats. And then boom. Fortune's favorite, just for good measure. Arrived just in time. Love it. For a platformer, I feel like it would be easier, but I guess it would be the same problem. Some people struggle in all type of games. It's true. Yeah. Fortunes. You're blasting all of your points, Fortunes. They're all gone. What are you doing? I don't know, do we just try, like, speed lines? I mean, it's not super great, but... whatever. I don't have the time to get finicky here. Magic Bolt. Okay. And then Magical Shield. Export. Magic Shield. And then what's our next ability here? It's probably Freeze, right? Yeah, Freeze. Which is honestly more of a status sort of thing. Getting a little tricky today. Figured I'd test a bit. I have 37,000 points. Wondering if there was a cap to the remove hats? No, it's not. There is no cap. Scared that this would be too short. I'm basically just trying to hit a sweet spot of getting out of the demo on a positive note, I think, so that people would be more willing to wishlist the game. So something you could do, Foolbox, is, hey, guy. Something you could do is have a wishlist button at the end of every level. And then, you know, if someone does a level and they're like, wow, that was tough, I'm done. Now, they have that wishlist button at every opportunity, right? So your main goal is converting people to wishlist. And this idea of the analyze your hats, the completion certification is a tool to theoretically help convert to wishlist, right? It's like it's a physical thing they will bring back with them to kind of remind them and keep them interested and engaged, right? It'll be on a laptop. I can't have the button. You can't have the button. What do you mean? You're not going to have a way for them to wish list in the booth? Period? At all? No point to opening the Steam page on the laptop. You'll have a QR code. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, they do have to sign into Steam, right? That's fair. They would have to sign into Steam, and that would be really awkward. You don't want 800 people signing into Steam on a public laptop, right? That's a cybersecurity nightmare. If I'm on your computer, how can I wishlist on my Steam profile? Right, exactly. Yeah. I mean, what you could do, you could have two different versions, right? Two different versions of cards, which I know is like, well, I can't really do that because the event's already here. But theoretically, just to throw ideas out there so we can kind of brainstorm a little bit, you're going to have a card which is just a generic, hey, block shop, you beat a level, good job, you have assembled a block, here's a card. And then you can have the Willy Wonka golden ticket version if you beat all of the levels. But also at the end of the day, Foolbox, what do you do if... Yeah, I mean, you do need some sort of time limit. You have to have a time limit, right? Because somebody will sit there for hours on end with no social awareness. They will be completely unaware of the people waiting in line, of you getting impatient. Like, a time limit has to be explicit. Happened in the playtest. Yeah, exactly. Hey, guy. So, you need to have a time limit. If it were me, that's kind of what I would do. Is I would say, you get a card, regardless, but then you get the special golden card if you beat the whole thing within the time limit. That's the challenge. It reminds me, I was at a state-level science fair. I got up to the state level for one of my science fair projects once, and the Air Force was there, and they had a big simulator for doing a fighter pilot sim. And if you could beat the level in that fighter sim, they would give you the 2 inflatable noise sticks that they have like at basketball games and stuff, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking of. I think it needs to be something that actually means something. If you're saying congratulations, you did the thing, then it should mean something, or else it's going to feel cheapened. Because, like, if I'm sitting there and I'm working really hard and stressing myself out to get to the end of the levels, and I get it, I'm like, yeah, I got it. And then I see someone else struggle for 10 minutes on one level, and they kick out, and they get the same card, like, I'm probably going to be less interested in that experience, right? I'm going to say, oh, man, bummer. I'm going to be less likely to wish list in what is my opinion. So, That's where the idea comes from. But I don't want to show a timer because it makes people feel like they need to go fast. Would you stick around and see it, though? I don't know. I don't know, Foolbox. How many people are going to be at the station? Are you going to have just one laptop and one person is going to play at a time? Because if that's the case, then you're... I mean, regardless of how many stations there are, you're going to have people waiting in line, and they're going to be observing. You know, they're going to be watching the people ahead of them. 2 people at the same time. So, I mean, people are going to be watching, right? They're going to be seeing at what points people get to. They're going to see the solutions for the puzzles. They're going to see, you know, unless you're walling it off somehow, which I don't even think would necessarily be a good idea, right? Watching someone solve puzzles is a niche thing. Sure. What else are you going to do while you're sitting in line, though? You know, you're just standing there waiting. What are you going to do? You're going to watch the game. Like, you may be talking to other people in the line. You may be kind of looking around, but you're also probably going to be watching. Normally people walk around the space until their space. They don't wait at a booth. You don't think there's going to be any lines at all? Like, I haven't been to Montreal Comic Con, but I've been to the Salt Lake Fan X, because it's not Comic Con. And there were definitely lines there. Not huge lines, unless it was, you know, getting the celebrity signature or something, But Foolbox, all this stuff that I'm saying, I am hearing you kind of push back on, which leads me to think you are a big fan of this idea. Like, you want to go with this idea. So, and that's totally fair, because you're the creator. You're going to have a good instinct about it. So my question then is, what is making you maybe think about not doing it? You know, what are the things that you're seeing might be an issue? And maybe we can address those more directly. I like this idea, yeah. Yeah, it's super sick. It's incredible. And poor Foolbox is just working his tail off and going out of his mind, trying to get everything all ready for this. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's my question. Why are you even asking for feedback instead of just saying, I have this cool idea that I'm going to go do? Is there a concern that we can maybe help more directly with? Jack, you said there's going to be 2 laptops. Yeah. Because I like your opinion. Well, in that case, that's my opinion, you know? You're a smart Foxy. If there's not any specific, like, I'm concerned about this or I'm worried about that, then that's my general thoughts on the setup. I worry about it kind of cheapening the experience for people that do make it all the way through. And that's like my primary concern. But I mean, if that's not a concern for you, great. You're the one that's in Comic-Con, man. I'm the one that's made like 5 game jams and no games. So, you know, trust your instincts, you know? Maybe if you incite some teamwork, then no one waits in line. Could be. Is that people would play too long or some of them struggling for too long and feeling like they didn't win. Sure, yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, I think that's the end of my thoughts. And this poor little guy, I think, is just done. He is wanting to head outside. So I think I gotta get going. We are 20 minutes past our time here. We didn't get as much done as I was hoping. We just haven't had the hours today or yesterday, but we're gonna be back tomorrow morning. We're gonna have a great time wrapping up all of this iconography, the backgrounds and everything. Hopefully getting some squish squash in. I don't know. We'll have to see how far we get. As well, tomorrow we have our debate between Risky Biscuit Games and Polygon Pilgrimage on the usage of AI art in games. It's gonna be a really interesting discussion. I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for the brainstorm. I appreciate it. Yeah, anytime, man. And if you ever want to talk more about it, you know, you just hit me up on Discord and we'll have a good, like, one-on-one chat. So, with that being said, I think we're going to head out for the day. Thank you so much for hanging out, everyone. I appreciate you. Appreciate your thoughts. Foolbox, thanks for bringing that up for discussion. Even if it ended up not changing anything for you, I think it was valuable for all of us to think about how would we do that sort of an experience. So, thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Have a great rest of your evening, everyone. We'll catch you tomorrow morning. See you later.